Hello, ever wondered what is one thing that is common between all hugely successful people, be they in any field, the super achievers, the super wealthy, whoever have been the best in the world in any area? It's their seemingly infinite energy levels, which keeps them climbing up to scale higher and higher peaks of success. So, what is the source of their energy? They don't seem to get exhausted like most of us. So it's simply because they know the secret of conserving energy and spending energy. Either they have got it as a natural gift or they have mastered the skill of conservation of energy consciously. So human being is a complex, self-sustainable, divine powerhouse which has the ability to generate energy, to conserve energy, and to spend energy. And the heights of success and glory that you can reach in your life depends on how much you are able to generate energy and also conserve energy. So understanding the deeper meaning of Brahmacharya, the fourth yama of Ashtanga Yoga, opens up so many insights into how you can transform yourself into a powerhouse of energy which can enable you to accomplish gigantic feats in life, unimaginable to even dream of for a common man. So, if you want to learn the secrets to becoming a powerhouse of energy, then continue watching this video till the end. So, let us look at the fourth yama, Brahmacharya. But before we begin, let us pray to Lord Ganesha. Om Shri Ganeshaya Namaha. I call upon the lineage of my Gurus to bless me. My heartfelt gratitude for my Guru for choosing me as a medium to express himself. Om Ram Shri Nityanandaye Namaha. Om Ram Shri Shaligram Sharmaye Namaha. Om Ram Shri Kanayalal Sharmaye Namaha. Om Shri Guruve Namaha. Okay, the sutra on Brahmacharya says, Brahmacharya Pratisthayam Virya Labha. That means performing each action with an awareness of a higher ideal engenders tremendous strength and energy. The fourth of the yamas, Brahmacharya, is often understood as celibacy or chastity or abstinence, though this could be one way to interpret the meaning of Brahmacharya. Its real implications are much more beyond celibacy and much wider and deeper. Traditionally, Brahmacharya was designed to encourage yogic practitioners to conserve their sexual energy to further progress along the yogic path. However, the literal meaning of Brahmacharya is connecting with Brahma or infinity. Brahma means infinity, the absolute consciousness, and Charya means behavior which leads to Brahma. So now we have so many interpretations of Brahmacharya. Now since Brahma is infinite and denotes a magnitude of infinity, Brahmacharya is also moving beyond small attachments and instead identifying with infinity and keeping the mind on bigger things. Brahm is the creator, the supreme intelligence in Hinduism and the yogic science. So what we are talking about here is the behavior which leads us towards the divine or the higher power. So, brahmacharya is also a behavior or a way of living in which you are always aware of the supreme intelligence. So, brahmacharya is therefore living every moment of your life with an understanding and awareness of divinity. The second aspect is the sacredness involved when we talk of living in awareness of Brahma or divinity. So it also means that when we deal with our passions, it must be in a manner that is sacred and life-giving and which is aligned with the qualities of the Creator Brahma. They should be aligned with the nature, with the laws of the universe. The opposite of yoga is bhog, meaning indulgence. Excessive bhog or indulgence in primal passion violates the natural laws, which results in punishment in the form of disease or rogue. So do yoga, but moderate bhog so you don't get rogue. So moderation as a principle of yoga is preached in almost all the scriptures of all religions worldwide over. Bhagavad Gita in chapter 16, verses 16 and 17 states as follows. Bhagavan Shri Krishna states that those who break the rules of bodily maintenance cannot be successful in yoga. He means not to indulge in excesses on both the sides. Often, beginners on the path of yoga, they were told, you are the soul, you are not the body. So then they would interpret it differently out of ignorance. And they engage in spiritual activity without taking care of the body. So though it is true that we are not the body, yet body is our carrier. And as long as we live, and we have a karmic obligation to take care of it. Now, Bhagavad Gita, verse number 17, he says, Yukta ahar viharasya, yukta cheshtasya karmasu, yukta swapnav bodhasya, yogo bhavati dukkha. Means those who are moderate in eating and recreation, balanced in work, and regulated in sleep, can mitigate all sorrows by practicing yoga. So Bhagavan Shri Krishna states that by being temperate in bodily activities and practicing yoga, we can become free from the sorrows of body and the mind. Gautam Buddha also highlighted the same principle when he recommended the golden middle path between severe asceticism and sensual indulgence. So whether we find ourselves overdoing food or work or exercise or sleep, excess is often a result of forgetting the sacredness of life. This guideline is a call to leave greed and excess behind and walk in this world with wonder and awe, practicing non-excess and attending to each moment as a sacred moment. It does, however, also mean that our passion of our sexuality as well as our other passions be performed in a manner that is sacred and life-giving rather than excessive. Another addition to the meaning of the practice of brahmacharya is the right use of energy. Brahmacharya, as the right use of energy, leads us to consider how we actually use and direct our energy. Directing our energy is another powerful aspect. Directing our energy away from external desires, away from those pleasures which seem great at the time but are ultimately fleeting, and instead direct our energy towards those activities which result in peace and happiness within ourselves. How often we waste a major portion of our time and a major portion of our life directing our energies to past memories, to thoughts of resentment, to past hurts or anxieties and fears about the future, whatever the future has in store for us. Now, Brahmacharya is also about being centered in the present. Past is for learning the mistakes we made. Future is for planning. But it's what we do in the present that decides our future. So if we are able to direct our energy towards something positive each day, rather than directing our energy towards our recurring negative thoughts, we will be making the right use of our energy. Brahmacharya is about preventing the dissipation of one's energy through the misuse of the senses. It's a personal energy conservation program, you must say. When you practice Brahmacharya, you are not letting the senses rule your behavior. Rather, you start ruling the senses. And your energy flows whatever you focus on. The moment you are able to decide not only on what you want to focus on, but also on what you don't want to focus on, no power in this universe can stop you becoming outrageously successful. This is the stuff the top successful people of the world are made up of. If you found this video useful, subscribe and spread this video and goodness amongst your near and dear ones whom you love the most. Thank you.